But they're extra shy, so they're normal. You might just see the little head poke out, and a lot smaller than our little bright orange clownfish. These guys here on the surface, swimming around, they're a type of mullet, so they call them diamond scale mullet, deep sea mullet, because they like to hang out in the deeper waters. They're really good for bait when they're this size. Barramundi may grab jack like eating them. They can grow quite big, so you can get them up to about 55 centimeters. And they're really good eating as well. There's a little boxfish down here, my little pufferfish. He's laying very still. He doesn't move too much. And then there's fish with a little sort of white spot just before the end of his tail, and the little blue lining his fins. That's a tusk fish. We call them blue bones, because these fish do have blue bones. And it's the same blue as the little blue on his fins and his tail. It's my auntie's favourite fish. Yeah, every time she comes up this way, she got to at least catch one. And when she'd be in the middle of a cyclone, she'd be out there trying to catch one. I used to have a couple of big ones in the tank. I used to watch her. She'd come for a visit, make sure, she's not throwing her fishing line in here and missing a couple of fish after a visit.
That's pretty cool.
Good eaters, obviously.
Yeah, they got very strong jaws too, so they often like to eat little shells and crustaceans, so they can crack them open. I had a bigger one in one of the other tanks and had a bunch of pencil legends in there, and he'd flip them all upside down and crack them open and eat them. Quite naughty.
That's pretty cool.
This bigger one over there, he's got like little yellow fins. He's a silver brim. And the one right next to him, that's like a little emperor. So we call him grass emperor. So maybe a Bengal one, they call them grass ones. The little fish, they sort of dart around the bottom here really quickly. They're another type of bait fish, so they call them silver biddies. I call them big eyes because they got big eyes. And they're really good for trevally, queenfish, anything that likes chasing shiny silverware, they like eating them. We'll go next door, see a little shark. Just on the next one.
He's kind of trying to hide, eh?
Yeah. So that's wobbly. He's our only little animal we have in this tank. So he's just on the ledge. If you guys are standing over here, it might be a little bit hard just because of the glare on the top of the tank. But once you get over this side, straight down in front of the air hose there. He's a carpet shark. They call them carpet sharks as they like to lay at the bottom of the reef, but he likes sitting up on the ledges because he gets to watch all the tourists go by. Half the time all the tourists walk straight past the sea so they don't see him. He's an ambush hunter, so he's sitting very, very still. Other sharks, they have to keep moving to get oxygen flowing through their gills, otherwise they die. He can sit very, very still. So that means he'll wait for something to swim in front of him and he'll snap them up really quickly. Sharp little teeth that curve, so once they get a hold of something, it's very hard for them to let go. So a lot of people, they accidentally step on them because they won't see them in the water, and then they get bitten, and then they have to take the little animal to the hospital with them. Yeah, so you kind of have to pry their little jaws open. I had one tourist, he had found one in his cray pot, and he thought, grab it by the tail and quickly chuck it back in the water, it'll be fine. He's one of the only sharks that can turn around and bite their own tail. So he did a full circle, and that bloke grabbed him by the tail, he swung around and bit that bloke right on his arm. A big scar on his arm. Very big sharks. Down south over east, they can get them up to about 3 meters. That's not around here where they can get a meter and a half. He's in this tank by himself, so solitary confinement because he's a naughty boy. We had him in a tank with a bunch of fish, and all the fish that used to swim in front of him, he'd bite them. And we thought, he was trying to eat them. And he said, fill it. So this big rock cod swam past him that was half his size, and he grabbed that rock cod, shook him up, and spat him back out again. So we figured out he was actually just a bully, so he's not going to come out of the fish in the tank. So we scooped him up and we put him in here. And he doesn't do much, he just sits on the ledge.
So do you feed him? What do you?
I feed him pilchards. He had his one this morning on tour.
Yeah.
If I feed him too much, he gets fat. His name's Wobbly. He's like battling to sit on the ledge. So when I fed him, he launched at the fish and he wobbled around and he sunk to the bottom. So it took him that whole hour for time to get back up there.
Oh, Jesus.
And if I feed him too much, he'll stop eating over the next couple of days. The next door, let's see if I can believe it. Fish. Now there's a couple of little fishes in here. See that largest one in here, sort of grey blue colour with yellow fins?
Yeah.
So that is one of Dory's cousins. So like I said, they do belong to the same family of fish, which I call them surgeon fish. In Bardi we call these ones gumballs. And then there's a little trio of fish that are just sort of hanging out together. My surgeon fish is swimming around them. They get little yellow spots towards the end of their tails.
Oh, yeah.
And they look like they're covered in these pretty little lines. They do have the longest name ever. They're called a golden lion spinefoot rabbitfish. The longest name for this tiny little fish. But in Bardi we just call them butterballs.
Butterballs.
So your gumball, Dory's cousin, and your butterballs, your little spinefoots. High in omega-3, very, very oily fish. But they're both vegetarian. So out in the wild, they just nibble on algae. That's what they eat mainly. It's very hard to catch them, so you wouldn't be able to catch them, with the fishing line. Today, boys, they got spear guns, so they just get them with the spear gun. The old people figure out a way to catch them using a special little plant that grows in the rocky areas up here and out on the islands. What they'll do is they'll dig the root of the plant up and they smash it up, mix it up with a bit of wet sand. They'll route to the rock pools just on the turn of the low tide. So before the tide turns to come back in, grab that mixture, stick it under all the ledges, wait a little while, you see all these fish, they start to rise to the surface. Doesn't kill them, it kind of just makes them a little bit stoned. So, they float around, have a good old time. And once the tide comes in, washes away all that stuff, all the little fish left behind, they're back to normal. And if they did have time, they grab the little fish, move them next door to a rock pool without that mixture, and they're good to go. However, with my little surgeon fish, so just before the white band on his tail, you might be able to see there's a little black line. So there's a little black line on either side. Where that is, that's where a little pin will sit. And it's forward facing, so it sticks out forward. If you were to get poked by that pin, you're going to have a painful sting. So quite poisonous. And you'd be extra careful with them. And then these guys, the little spinefoots, they have about 13 poisonous spines, so you have to be very careful with them.
Oh, jeez.
My uncle, now that we got spear guns, he got one of the little spinefoots on a spear gun, and he went to take it off the rod, and it flopped around, and all of its spines right into his shin. Anyway, for 24 hours, his leg was on fire, and he just felt that sick. He was throwing up. He was having a terrible time. And I don't think he spears those fish anymore. But yeah, really, really good eating. A little long-nosed butterfly fish down there. She's the little white and yellow one, and she's flat, and she had a long little snout. And then the other one with the sort of little black spot towards the end of their tail there, that is a damselfish. And he normally likes to live over there under all those rocks. And damselfish, they're pretty territorial. Sometimes you watch if the fish get too close to the other side, he'll come out and chase him around, but he's pretty good at the moment. Look at the little bits of coral here down the sides. It's sort of taken 20 years to cover and establish, so quite a long time for all that little coral. You guys might be able to see, I got another little type of clownfish over this side. She's teeny tiny. She doesn't have 3 stripes like Nemo. This one only has 1 white stripe across their head. So this is a tomato clown. So they call them tomato clownfish. And when they go bigger, they'll just go like a dark orange color, and that little white line fades. So if you guys come over here, you guys will be able to see her. Normally she's hiding away.
Oh, it's a good looking fish.
Just stand on that side, get a better view of all the colors.
So,
like an anemone, but it's a type of coral.
oh.
It's actually soft. And it's got all this hard coral structure underneath, and all this coral has all these little grooves. So when the tide goes out, all of this will shrink into the little grooves, and then it's full of just on the floor near us is a couple of giant clams. There's a big brown one over there. So
Oh,
I can
wow.
just see you see them sort of close up. So these guys, they have little light receptors on the outside of their flesh, so they can sense a change in light. So when something swims over them, creating a shadow, that causes them to close up really quickly. So that's one of their defense mechanisms. So there's 3 there, and then there's a sort of light brown one with little speckles. If you can see through a giant clamshell, there's a devil, nobody knows what lives there. And they call them giant clams because the largest recorded one is 1.7 meters in length. These guys, it's taken them about 40 years just to get to this size. So, you know, your 1.7 one, you might be pushing 100 plus years old. And they just filter feed, so they'll filter all the stuff out of the water. So they have 2 openings. So there's a, you might be able to see on the furthest one, there's a big opening. It kind of looks like a little white flower in the middle. That's the trachea. And on the other side, there's like a little, it's like a little dot, but it's like a little satin. And when they close up, they can shoot out a bit of water. I do have a little one in the tank I'll pull out and it shows you. When it closes up really quickly, it'll shoot out a bit of water.
That's cool.
And these guys, they're not attached to the floor. Some people get worried about, you know, what if I get step in one and I get stuck and I can't move. Well, they do have that little light receptor thing, so they will close up before you land on top of it. In this case scenario, if you land inside one, just drag it home with you. It's not attached to the floor. This is my favourite tank after about 2 o'clock because we get the afternoon sun lighted up. It's so nice.
Oh.
Which is really lovely. So we're very lucky. And our reef out there, you can just see it covering up. This is a big channel opener.
Oh,
In some spots it drops to about 80 meters, so it does get quite deep in there. But all the stuff out there, all the coral and things, are very, very healthy. We don't have any sort of coral bleaching occurring, and we definitely don't have any crown of thorns or none of that little sea star idiot. So we're very lucky up this way.
Does that mean that your ocean temperatures are heating up like other places, or?
You know, I haven't seen any animal walk on the reef and I don't see any sort of coral bleaching occurring. I think it's because when our reefs dry on our spring tides, they're like exposed to sunlight for, you know, 3 or 4 hours, so they kind of built different.
Yeah.
We'll go next door, we'll go see myrtle. We'll look at rhyming, I told you.
Myrtle the turtle. Nice.
Right, this is myrtle. Myrtle is a green sea turtle, which is our most common turtle that we have in the area. She's very young, she's probably about 6. She does have a long way to go. She can live to be about 100 plus years. Myrtle's just on holiday with us. End of October, grab her and we'll set her free. So we'll only keep a turtle in here for a season. Sometimes we get little rescues, but those are really she's stressing out because I'm the snack lady and I only gave her 2 pieces of fish last time I was here. This morning, so she's you know, skin and bone, she blows skin away.
She knows you though, doesn't she?
Snack lady.
Snack lady.
She will grow much bigger than what she is now. So from the top of her shell to her little tail end, it can be a metre plus in length and it can be up to 100 kgs.
Oh.
She does love a little back scratch. She's got little nerve endings all over her shell, so she can feel all of this. She does like little spins. So a lot of people think, you know, on their shells they don't have any feeling, but they do. So she's kind of like a little sea dog. So our one last season, his name was Sammy. He liked all the ladies with all the acrylic nails. So he get the job done. But he was also a bit of a snob. So if you were a bad scratcher, he would actively avoid you. And I used to tell people, like, look, if you're a bad scratcher, he's not going to come back to you and you can't get upset with me or the turtle. Like, yeah. What happens at the end of the tour? People are upset that they got ignored by a turtle. So they come to me and they're like, hey, look, can you make the turtle come back to me? And I'm like, no, I can't. He can do whatever he likes. He's not going to come back to you. He's not going to come back to you. But yeah, if you do want to have a little scratch, come over this side. Show you this little half little spins. And I'm here at the end tank. Second last tank on the left hand side, there's a little dip in the part, so just watch your step. In the last tank is Martin, and Martin doesn't like back scratches, he will take your
Right, Martin. Gotcha.
Just over in the middle. Might come up and look at you guys.
No, I'm not doing a rush trip home. Okay.
Alright, so it's just over there. This is Martin. Martin is a mangrove jack. Called red snappers. I caught him over near Sunday Island. He was almost my dinner. My dad made me put him in the hatchery. Should have named him Lucky. So in December he will have been in here for about 2 years.
Oh.
He's probably grown his whole tail length since he's been in here. These are very big fish. They can get up to about 120 centimeters.
Oh, Jesus.
And they can weigh up to 12 kilos. And he's well looked after, so he's our most high maintenance animal we have in the hatchery. Everybody else, they get to eat frozen pilchards, because it's easier for me to break up and everybody get tiny little mouths. He thinks that's disgusting. So he refuses to eat pilchards, unless it's Tom. If I make Tom feed him, he'll come up and he'll eat the pilchard, but for me, he'll ignore the pilchard. So his favourite are the mullets, so don't tell the guys next door. I have to go out with a throw net and I have to get a mullet. He likes mullet, whiting, silver biddies, basically anything that's not a frozen pilchard he'll eat. So he's pretty happy. I originally put this little fish down here, in the hopes that he used to be the predator, hunt down all those fish. But Martin, like Myrtle, caught on really quickly. That lady, she got snacks. So we're just going to go over there and she'll feed us the snacks. So they're two best friends. Good old time, they're unbothered by each other. But if we were to put another mangrove jack in here that size, like Martin, they'd attack each other. So when they get big, they like hanging out by themselves and they get a bit territorial. This is a very small tank in comparison to being out of the ocean. So my uncle, when he was here running the place, he put two of them in here thinking that they were going to be best friends. They weren't best friends. He came back the next day and the little one was gone. And the big one was looking extra big. They will see if he'll eat if Tom comes over. Tom! An assistance of your fingers, please.
He's doing hammock time.
Yeah, if this is the fish way to get a hold of Tom's finger.
Sorry.
Rub his finger,
Yeah, you good?
which is quite fun.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just move this one.
I don't know. We'll just try with you.
You're okay to put your fingers in there?
You didn't do it to me.
No, no.
Put your arm in there.
Anything over? You do it for a bit of fish, a bit of pilchard. Here he comes.
But see, he's had like 2 pieces this morning of pilchard, so he knows.
He knows that we're not giving him good stuff today and he's very fussy.
So for the rest of the day, I'll probably get ignored, so he won't come up to me.
Try and entice him over with a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, sample.
He's backing off.
He's backing off again. Yeah, he doesn't want it, does he? Don't think we're going to get him today.
He's happy for your hand feed.
This is just one of my little giant clams. I'm just going to pull out of the tank. My aim is good. You see they close up really quickly and they shoot out a bit of water. The other way, I'll have to face it that way.
Oh.
Good at that. yeah.
A couple of little shells. Just chuck it over there so those guys over there can see.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Mm.
Yeah, when I
Mm.
don't hold it
I was
out.
like, could have got that plug on.
Yeah, sorry, that was a bit close.
Alright. This little shell looks like it's about to move in my hand. So there's a little snail that lives inside here. And remember how I said the little snails, the little seashells I'm going to show you, they all live in the shells and they build them like this. So the little sea snail that lives inside here, he grows his shell like this with all these little spikes, and you can get them up to about 30 centimeters. This one is called a spider conch, or they call them a spider shell. And this little snail, he does have little eyes, so he'll come out and he'll look at you. So they're just like little stalks. You see me might be trying to move in my hand. I'll give them to Tom, and Tom will show you guys.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he won't fall out, but his little eyes are over here. That's his little foot.
Oh.
So Tom will bring him around.
Bring him around so you guys can have a good look. See his eyes up there?
Mm. He's just giving me the eyeball.
Yeah, he's just staring down.
Mm.
Funny little look about him, this guy. His eyes up this end, and this little thing down here is his foot. He uses to move around with. There's a bit of luck he might start to come out of his shell. Maybe.
This one here, this is a baler shell. We call it an umbel in Bardi. So snail's little foot here. I'll show you this a little bit of time. So when he's out exploring, that foot comes all the way around, and he's got a little antenna that comes out this way. This is a very small shell. I've seen some that are this big and they're like this round. We used to use the empty shells for digging up our wells, drinking cups, and if you're moving camp, we put a couple of embers in here so we can light a fire in the next spot. People used to make lamps out of them. Draw, put a lamp light bulb in there.
That's pretty
Little
cool.
lamps, and he grows this shell like this too. So you know all these little spikes. But if you want, I can pass him around. He doesn't do much. He's quite heavy. He might just be a little bit slimy, but yeah. At least that one, we don't let anybody hold him, because the last time somebody held him, he came out and he touched them on their hand, and they almost
threw it away.
Yeah.
You're good. Thank you for that.
No worries.
That was good.
But that basically concludes my tour. My lovely Home Falls crew. Family clownfish next door that you love it. See them.
Oh.
And then the last rectangle tank, that's a little barramundi, they're probably about that big.
Oh.
Because he's supposed to.
And you guys are having barrel for
orientation video.
yeah, not that tiny though.
Not that
Yeah. But thanks, guys.
Yeah, no, that was good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
He's really
Yeah,
going
definitely.
himself over, yeah. Oh, he's quite strong. He's nearly pushing himself out of my hand then.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's what he's trying to do. He's just trying to get back over like that. Once I put him over, then he goes back in his shell and he's happy.
And they hop around, so like when they're in the tank, they sort of hop.
Oh.
And it sounds like
Shell
somebody's like knocking. So if it's really quiet and I'm on tour, people are like, somebody's knocking. I'm like, there's no door. Unless they got locked in the toilet, probably.
Thank you, Jasira.
But yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Oh,
We're
thank you
gonna
very much.
have to make a move now. We're booked in for lunch over at Signet Bay at 1 o'clock, so yeah.
We need to get to the shop then.
Hey?
I said we need to get to the shop then.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you're last person with the baler shell, just bring them to me. Little clownfish over there.
Well, thank you very much.
Where's Lockie going? Where's his other friends in this one?
Oh.
Wait, that one?
Yeah, he hasn't been in this one for a couple of days.
You got a spider conch in that one over there. Yeah. All in this one. Party tank.
Yeah.
Do you want this one up?
Thank you.
Do you want this one out as well?
Alrighty guys,
Oh,
we'll
is
get
that
that
one?
aircon
Oh, yeah.
running in the bus and I'll see you out there shortly.
Sweet.
And the little pop tank.
Thank you very much.
Nice, thank you.